I'm bored as hell. So instead of learning a cool life skill or doing my homework, I'm going to browse the internet and make a dumb video. And guess what? You clicked on the video, so you're coming along for the ride. Now, I want to be like every other YouTuber, just like looking up the normal mildly infuriating Reddit or something like that. So, I mean, it's still Reddit, but we're looking at something a little different. It's alternate angles. It's just like, things you see all the time, but different. Anyways, let's get into it. I've just gone like top all time. I'm not like a weathered Reddit browser. Yeah, I'm just going top all time because I assume it'll just feed me the good stuff. Well, I mean, actually, no. If you think about it, like it's kind of like that weird thing. All the really cool stuff is usually like niche and only a couple of people know about it. And when everybody agrees on something, sure, it's cool, but like it's just kind of watered down. But I'm not gonna be searching through new because that's just a mess. All right, top one on the subreddit: Lincoln Memorial before the reflecting pool. This just looks out of place. Like, is Washington just like a swamp? It's impressive looking at this and then what it is now. I guess this is still kind of in the process of building it out too. But just like comparing this to when it was first built, the amount of like landscaping and like what is it called? Geoforming, terrestrial forming that goes on is insane. Pretty cool though. Man, that's kind of disappointing. I mean, I don't know what I expected though. It's a TV set. Every TV set ever just looks like crap on the backside, right? I've kind of noticed that as I've grown older, like the magic of things kind of disappears. Everything's kind of front facing and looks pretty, but on the back end, for it to actually work, you just need to, I don't know, get it done, right? Whoa, okay, now this is pretty cool. I like to travel, but I've never been to Africa. The pyramids is 100% a place I need to go at some point, but I didn't think it was like this, having the city crawl up on it so close. I always imagined it just be in the middle of the desert, but it's just right here. I wonder as time passes if the city will like continue to crawl out, and then kind of absorb the pyramids into its cityscape. You ever build out one of those like city planning video games or like mobile games, and you get like the crazy, oh, the pyramids, and you have them in your city. I could end up looking like this. Just kind of depends how protected all these areas are. Man, yeah, here's another one. You always just see these gorgeous photos of these enormous landmarks, but for it to actually happen, just the amount of poverty and crap around it, it's kind of crazy. Like when I went traveling and I went to the Eiffel Tower, and Eiffel Tower itself is just amazing, especially at night with the lights and everything. But kind of the atmosphere around it, there's just a bunch of people trying to sell you stuff, and it's just so touristy. It looks beautiful, but I don't know. Everybody trying to capitalize on the tourists and everything kind of ruins the overall atmosphere. And this just shows that. Look at the amount of trash. Like, it's crazy. The amount of money that it probably took to build this and upkeep the kind of palace around it. But then to just have this crap. It's sad. Wait, what? What the heck? Why? In my head, I just assumed they had like some kind of video editing software where they could just have text that scrolls up, just like the basic thing in Premiere or something. But this is a physical lettering held on a steep angle as it pulled down. Okay, that's crazy. Weird. I don't know why I always just assumed they had higher video editing back then. I guess just because it's a normal thing now, but man, I'm learning so many different things. It's kind of like getting the backstage pass. You got to see how things are made on this subreddit. What the hell is this? Man, I was actually just recently in Mount Rushmore. I didn't see this. Mount Rushmore's kind of odd. You always see the photos, just like all these other kind of like landmarks that I've been talking about. You expect it to be this big thing, but I've heard from other people it's like more disappointing. So I feel like I had a good expectation going in. It was kind of exactly what I wanted. But the tough part was driving out because it was snowing like crazy bad. It was like negative 20 or something. And we were talking to this park ranger, and she's like, "Oh yeah, take this back route. It's amazing, so beautiful." So we're driving along, and it's just downpouring with snow at this point. You can't even see the road. And then I go to turn my Jeep, but the Jeep just doesn't want to turn. So we're like skidding, and we ran right into this bank. We are so lucky that we didn't break anything because we were in the middle of nowhere and stuck in this bank for like 20 minutes. We had to dig it out, and it was an adventure. But overall, Mount Rushmore, to loop it back from that big story, Mount Rushmore, I'd probably give it like a 7, 8 out of 10. If you're like near it, go check it out. It is pretty cool, but it's not something you want to like go out of your way for. Yeah, here's another photo. Oh, yeah, I guess to continue my story, like there's the main city which is closest to it called Rapid City, and Mount Rushmore is like 30 minutes out of the way. So you're just driving through the bush for 30 minutes. And as I'm driving, I'm thinking like, what when was this built? Because like somebody just must have walked out into the bush. Okay, yeah. So it was built in 1925. So somebody goes, walks out in the middle of the bush. And this is like a 30-minute drive. There must have been some kind of town near it at that point, but even still, like it is in the middle of nowhere, as you can see here. Like there's nothing behind it. And they're like, you know what? I just feel like making a statue today. Like it's just odd. So odd. Somebody just like dedicates their life to something in the middle of nowhere like that. Just wonder what they're thinking. Holy shit. Oh my god. That guy's like 2 feet away. I wouldn't even risk like driving next to somebody. You ever driving down the road and you're like just kind of have a thought like, oh, if I was in like Fast and Furious, could I like pull up right next to him and like, or just like go and reach out and like tag the car next to me without hurting myself? I don't know about you guys, but I have that thought all the time. I don't. Maybe it's just a bug in my brain, but flying in a plane, that's another level. That's okay. When I travel to Hawaii, this is one of my favorite things to do. You just put on a mask and you let the wave roll over top of you, and then you get to see this crazy weird backside of the wave. It's so cool. Just seeing the light reflect through it and everything. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just something you never really see. Yeah, I would spend like hours. I would just come up for air, come back down, just let it roll over top of me. I'd be there like all day. I don't know what it is. It's like mesmerizing, and you're just kind of in your own world at that point. Yeah, this is another thing I thought that was pretty interesting when I went to Paris. Like, I don't know, kind of walking through, you're just like seeing painting after painting after painting after painting. I'm just thinking like, why is the Mona Lisa so much more famous than everything else? Like, it's just another painting. Is it like the history because it's a Da Vinci painting? He he has a bunch of other paintings. Is it because it's stolen, or just because it's been used so much throughout pop culture that it's just kind of like has so much momentum at this point that it will continue to be so popular? It's kind of weird, but the room is absolutely packed with people, and they're all just trying to like take photos of it with their phone. Not even like a selfie with it. It's just like they want their own photo with it. I don't understand that. Like you can look up a well done photo of the Mona Lisa. Just like, I don't know, sit there and take it in. But yeah, like as you can see here, the crowd of people is absolutely insane. At one point, me and my buddy Kyle, we walked out and there was kind of like signs every so often pointing you in the direction of Mona Lisa. So we we would walk around and just turn the sign the other direction just to direct people the other way. It was pretty funny, but yeah, just an odd experience. Everybody just has this need to show others maybe that they were there, but instead of including themselves in the photo, they're just taking a photo of the actual painting. Okay, this is cool. I've always thought to do this with my drone, but I never have the balls because I'm worried it's gonna get blown up. Whoa, that is amazing. The footage is like 440p, but like, wow. Okay, well, I'm gonna call it there. Honestly, we saw some pretty cool stuff today. I weirdly learned some things just from getting a different angle on photos. I had a good time. I hope you guys did too. Anyways, I'm gonna try and make some more videos, at least decently often, because I know I'm gonna get bored again, so I'll be back. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.